Construction has an enormous influence on all our lives. It provides our homes, our schools, our hospitals, our theme parks, as well as all the infrastructure that is essential for our day-to-day living, such as our roads, electricity supply, and broadband. Construction is a truly diverse field that encompasses projects ranging from small domestic renovations to large iconic structures. Construction also makes a significant and important contribution to the economy. It is the fourth largest contributor to GDP in the Australian economy and employs around 9% of the total Australian workforce. As nations developed, so too did construction, with projects becoming bigger and more complex. This prompted a need for regulation to ensure that the construction industry operated efficiently, ethically and safely, and performed work to the highest standard. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Construction Lawyer? The first contestant spends most of his time away from Earth. Everyone give a round of applause to Spock, beamed direct to our studios from the Starship Enterprise. Let's get straight into it. Let's look at the first question. Which of the following activities constitutes construction? A. The building of a brand new law school on the Monash University Caulfield campus. B. The installation of a new kitchen in your holiday home. C. The rolling out of a national broadband network. Or D. All of the above.
My logic tells me that building a new law school requires plenty of construction activity. Eddie, please, lock in A.
Locked in. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Sorry, Dr. Spock. We must beam you back up now. Goodbye. While most people generally understand the role that architects, engineers and contractors perform in the construction process, the role that a construction lawyer performs is not always well understood. At the project inception stage, sometimes referred to as the front end, construction lawyers play an essential role in ensuring that the parties comply with all government regulation, that their rights and responsibilities are accurately set out in contracts that reflect what they hope to achieve, and that if any party infringes their rights, the contract allows them to pursue a remedy through the courts or some other form of dispute resolution. The drafting of the construction contract is one of the key tasks performed by a front-end construction lawyer and is central to the success of any construction project. The contract outlines the roles and responsibilities of the parties, allocates project risks, and sets out procedures for the avoidance, management, and resolution of disputes. The contract attempts to anticipate everything that might happen during construction and directs the parties to how they should deal with such developments. Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Construction Lawyer? Let's welcome our second contestant for the evening. He was trained by Obi-Wan Kenobi and has been ranked in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's baddest villain. Please welcome on stage, Darth Vader. Security, please confiscate his lightsaber. Now, Dr. Spock didn't progress very far in his efforts to become a construction lawyer. Let's see if you can do better, Darth Vader. Your first question is, which of the following tasks can a front-end construction lawyer help with? A. Designing the front of a house. B. Calculating the budget for the project. C. Giving advice about the contracts required for delivery of a project and drafting such contracts. Or D. Getting land rezoned from residential to industrial to allow for construction of a factory.
A. Designing the front of a house.
The crowd seems to know the answer to this one is C. Sorry, Darth Vader, but your efforts to become a construction lawyer have come to a premature end. Sorry, what was that, Darth Vader?
I am your father.
Construction projects rarely end up being constructed exactly in accordance with the original drawings and specifications. During construction, changes inevitably occur. For example, an owner may change his mind about an aspect of the design and ask the contractor to perform extra or different work. Or the contractor might start excavating for the foundations and discover that what lies beneath the ground is different from what was anticipated. For example, the soil might be contaminated and require remediation experts to be called in, which will involve extra time and money. Our first two contestants have sadly bowed out. Right now it's looking like we won't be able to crown a new construction lawyer. It's all up to our third contestant. Please welcome on stage, Kenny the Beaver. Kenny the Beaver, you're our last contestant. The last person to have a shot at becoming a construction lawyer. Let's have a look at your question. Which of the following scenarios can a construction contract deal with? A. Work being delayed by extreme weather conditions. B. The owner experiencing financial difficulties and needing to scale back the project. C. The government amending legislation in a way that negatively impacts on the project. Or D. All of the above.
This is a tough question, Eddie, but I'm going to lock in D. All of the above.
Let's lock in D. And the correct answer is... Kenny the Beaver, you are well on your way to becoming the show's first construction lawyer. These sorts of issues can result in the parties making claims against each other during the course of a project. For example, the contractor may believe she is entitled to extra time and money and will seek the assistance of a construction lawyer to prepare a claim. Or the owner may believe he is entitled to withhold money from the contractor because the project is behind schedule. The making of claims during the course of a construction can strain the parties' relationship. Indeed, construction projects have developed an unenviable reputation for being highly adversarial and prone to many conflicts and disputes. This is due in part to the uncertain nature of construction and the involvement of multiple parties in the process, each with their own agenda and needs. As Justice Kern of the District Columbia Court of Appeals noted, "Except in the middle of a battlefield, nowhere must men coordinate the movement of other men and all materials in the midst of such chaos, and with such limited certainty of present facts and future occurrences, as in a huge construction project. Even the most painstaking planning frequently turns out to be mere conjecture, and accommodation to changes must necessarily be of the rough, quick, and ad hoc sort, analogous to ever-changing commands on the battlefield." The complex nature of both the construction process and the interpersonal relationships between the various parties create an environment where disputes sometimes seem inevitable. All too often, disputes that blow up during the course of construction are not resolved until after the completion of a project. Back-end construction lawyers specialise in helping parties to resolve these disputes through a variety of methods, such as ADR, arbitration, and litigation. They are the ones that clean up the legal mess that often continues long after the project has been finished. Indeed, it is not unknown for a piece of construction litigation to last longer than the actual construction that gave rise to the dispute in the first place. Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Construction Lawyer? Playing for the ride to become the show's first ever construction lawyer, please welcome back Kenny the Beaver. Let's cut to the chase. The final question for tonight is, which of the following tasks can a back-end construction lawyer help with? A. Designing the back of a house. B. Rewriting the construction contract to clearly address the problems that arose during the course of the project. C. Resolving disputes that arose during the course of construction through negotiation, ADR, arbitration, or litigation. Or D. Backfilling holes the client has dug itself into.
Oh, I know this one. Eddie, please lock in C. Resolving disputes that arose during the course of construction through negotiation, ADR, arbitration, or litigation.
Locked in! Let's all welcome our very first construction lawyer, Kenny the Beaver! So, construction law is a highly specialised, industry-driven area of law. Instead of studying law according to the legal principles involved, such as torts, equity or contract law, construction law is about applying relevant legal principles to the construction process. It is a dynamic and practical area of the law that is constantly evolving to adapt to advancements in technology. New innovations in the area of dispute avoidance, management and resolution are also regularly being implemented to increase the number of projects that are finished on time, within budget, and with no outstanding disputes.